have been people who sent me messages asking me for tips on how to become a freelancer. Basically, paano ba daw mag-side hustle, paano magsimula. And for today, yan yung pag-uusapan natin. Steps to becoming a freelancer to earn extra income. And hopefully ay makatulong ito sa inyo kung naghahanap kayo ng extra income or racket, especially that the holiday season is coming and tataas yung mga expenses natin. Hopefully ay makahanap tayo ng additional income para naman masayahin ang ating mga holiday celebrations. Pero ang unang tanong usually na nasa isip ng mga nakakausap ko is, tama ba na mag-freelancing ako? Bakit hindi na lang daw sila maghanap ng part-time job? Kasi yung part-time job and a freelancer, I think it's basically different because pag part-time job, employee ka pa rin pero you're not working full hours or you're not working yung typical 8-hour workday. But pag freelancing, mas flexible ka sa oras mo and you're actually dealing directly with a client. Why is it beneficial to become a freelancer? First of all, most freelance jobs are part-time or you can do it whenever you want, kung kailan ka may oras. And this gives you more breathing space in your daily routine and calendar. May kilala ako, kumuha talaga siya ng second job. So aside from the 8 to 9 hours of work do sa kanyang office work, meron pa siyang 4 hours. Siyempre, hindi lang naman 4 hours but extra 5 hours of work. At ubos na yung oras siya para sa kanyang mga personal chores, yung pahinga niya, nasa-sacrifice niya, and time with his loved ones. And I think it's not good to also burn yourself out for work. But as a freelancer, you can manage kung gaano karami yung clients na i-handle mo, kung anong klaseng freelance work yung gagawin mo at i-offer mo na mag-fit sa extra time na pwede ka. May mga kilala akong freelancer na weekends lang. So usually, the whole Saturday is reserved for side hustles. May mga kilala ko, tuwing gabi lang, Monday to Friday, nagtatrabaho dun sa kanilang extra income or extra work. I myself, I do some freelancing. I do some side gig na financial consultancy with a foreign company. And I usually just give 1 to 2 hours a day at night with them. So, freelancing jobs are good because it's you who will decide and control kung gaano kalaking oras ang pwede niyang makuha sa'yo. Secondly, freelance income is directly proportional to your skills and effort. Unlike a corporate job where you earn the same monthly salary even if you work harder, a freelance job earns more if you give more of yourself to it. Again, the same with getting a second job or a part-time job. Kahit na magsipag ka doon, fix na yung sweldo mo. But as a freelancer, mas masipag ka, mas marami kang oras, mas malaki yung pwede mong maging income. Lastly, freelance jobs are often the best platform to jump into entrepreneurship. It's pretty common for freelancers to quit their office jobs to focus on building their own businesses. And I've seen this a lot of times. Mga nagsimula as freelance writers, eventually, nagtayo ng sariling agency. May kilala ako na graphic designer nung umpisa. Eventually, naging social media management company siya. Nagsimula siya sa pagdidesign ng mga graphics for social media, yung mga sinishare sa Facebook. May mga nakilala siyang mga clients na sinasabi, why don't you just manage our Facebook page since ikaw rin naman talaga yung gumagawa ng mga pinopost dyan? Doon siya nagka-idea na, from being a graphic designer, why don't I become a social media manager? And then from being a social media manager, may mga freelancer siya na in-outsource niya nung umpisa. And then eventually, nag-decide sila na gumawa ng agency or company, a social media management company. And now, yun na yung business niya. So freelancing is a door towards entrepreneurship if ever that's something that you want. So if you're interested to become a freelancer, paano nga ba magsisimula? There are 7 steps to becoming a freelancer. At ang very first step dyan, I believe, is to really secure your finances first. Tingnan mo muna yung kaperahan mo bago ka mag-freelancing. You need to study your cash flow and make sure that your primary source of income is enough for your needs. Kailangan yung sweldo mo, enough muna dun sa necessary expenses mo. Kasi kung hindi, it might be a better idea to look for another job na kayang sustentuhan yung mga pangangailangan mo. Kasi yung freelancing, hindi instant yung kita dyan, hindi madaling maghanap ng kliyente kagad, plus unstable yung pasok ng pera. So dapat meron kang sure na cash flow which will come from your day job, at yung sure cash flow na yon, yung sure income mo na yon, at least enough siya for your basic necessities. So that's the first step. Study your cash flow and make sure that you will secure your finances. Step 2 is to track your expenses. It's important to know where exactly your money is going every month. Establishing a freelance career will require spending at the start. So you need a budget surplus. If you need to upskill, if you need to invest on training, kailangan mo ng extra budget. If you need to spend on marketing yourself, your services, there are freelancing platforms na kailangan mong magbayad para makakuha ng project, mag-bid, etc. So, kailangan meron kang budget surplus as capital for your freelancing venture. So, saan ka kukuha ng extra money? Kaya ka nga mag-freelancing dahil gusto mo ng extra income. So, you go back to your expenses. Maghanap ka ng mga pwedeng bawasan na gastos. At least, hindi naman to permanent. Kung may nakita ka na gastos mo na kumakain ka sa labas 2 to 3 times a week, siguro tanggalin mo muna yon para makaipon ka ng konti. Hindi naman siya forever. Sacrifice for a month or 2 months. Tapos yung naipon mo, that will be your capital, particularly in upskilling yourself, training yourself, and marketing your services eventually. May mga kilala ako, kahit na freelancer sila, meron silang social media ads to market their services. And one copywriter told me that napapractice niya na yung copywriting skills niya. Pangalawa, 3 out of 5 clients that he has came from advertising. So, nakita lang yung ad niya, kaya niya naging kliyente yung mga yon. Sometimes you need to really spend money first in advertising, in marketing, to be able to get clients and earn back the money until eventually it becomes a stable source of extra income for you. Step 3 is to choose your niche or niche, depende kung paano mo siya gustong i-pronounce. Ano ba yung niche na yan? Ibig sabihin ng niche or niche is ito yung pinaka-industry or field na kung saan ka magfo-focus. Each person has a set of skills and life experiences that make them unique. List them down and choose which among them you want to leverage into a freelance career. Ilista mo, ano ba yung mga kaya mong gawin, mga skills mo, mga talent mo. Tapos, hindi mo pwedeng gawin lahat yon or hindi mo pwedeng i-take advantage lahat yon. You have to decide which skill, which field do you want to focus on. Meron akong kilalang accountant pero magaling siya mag-bake. Sabi ko, kung gusto mo mag-freelance, pwede kang maging freelance bookkeeper, which is doon sa accounting talent niya or accounting skill niya. Or, you can choose to bake and sell your brownies, which is nandun sa kanyang baking skills. Sabi ko, hindi ka pwedeng sabay mo gawin yan. Hindi pwedeng pareho mong gawin kasi mapapagod ka tapos mahahati pa yung effort mo. Nung tinanong ako kung ako daw yung pipili, sabi ko, kung nag-enjoy ka naman dun sa pagiging accountant mo dun sa firm and you're just looking for extra income, probably pwede yung pagiging freelance bookkeeper because at least it's already aligned with what you know. Pero kung nasistress ka dun sa accounting work mo, I think better yung magbenta ng baked goodies because it's different from what you do every day at the office. So, meron siyang relaxing or therapeutic effect yung pagbibake. Plus, you will be able to meet new people, hindi yung mga nasa accounting field or business world. Kasi yung magiging customers mo sa yung baked goodies, probably children, families, di ba? So, you'll be able to meet new people which can probably help in your sense of well-being. I hope you do understand yung point ko na you have to choose your niche. Hindi ka pwedeng lahat gusto mong i-explore. So, yung mga isi-set aside mo na skills, pwede mo naman siya balikan later on. Ang importante, you start now with choosing one and then seeing through it for 2 or 3 months to check if this is something na merong potential and it's something that you want to do longer. Choose the one that jumps out of the list. Minsan mararamdaman mo na, parang ito talaga yung gusto kong gawin. Huwag mo na siya i-second guess, yun na yung piliin mo. Step 4 is to identify your market. Decide on who your clients will be or who your customers will be. Describe your best customer. What is their demographic? What is their lifestyle? And more importantly, how are you going to reach them? Sino ba yung magiging kliyente mo? And hindi mo pwedeng maging customer ang lahat ng tao. Meron kang market na sila yung best customer mo. Kahit na nagbebenta ka ng t-shirt, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin na lahat ng tao sila yung customer ko kasi lahat naman ng tao nagsusuot ng t-shirt. Hindi. May designs yung shirt mo na mag-a-appeal to a certain market. Mag-a-appeal ba to sa mga lalaki, sa mga babae? Sabihin natin yung mga lalaki. So, yung mga design mo ba, will it attract yung mga estudyante na lalaki, mga single na working, mga married na lalaki? May nakita akong t-shirt online na ang target nila, mga young fathers, no? Kasi it's all about family, it's all about being a dad, yung mga designs niya. So, very niche yung product niya and in today's online e-commerce industry na sobrang daming produkto na binibenta online, the narrower your niche, the better. Ibig sabihin, mas defined kung sino yung gusto mong bentahan, mas maganda. Pero syempre, dapat yung target market mo, malaki yung numbers. So, in this case, yung target market no nakita kong shirt company is mga young fathers na Filipinos. So, very narrow yung target. Pero syempre, sa population natin, there are a lot of people who belong to that demographic. So, identify your market, who is your best customer, and this will help you align yung marketing strategies mo or your marketing efforts mo with the product or service that you will offer. Step 5 is to price your offer. Magkano mo ipipresyo yung services mo as a freelancer or yung produkto na ibebenta mo? The best way to know this is to survey your target market and decide on your price based on their responses. The current industry rates should also be considered and yung preferred na rate mo. Kung ikaw ay mag-o-offer ng email management service, meaning ang target market mo dito mga CEO, executives na masyadong busy. Meron akong kilala na freelancer na yun yung ginagawa niya. Siya yung email manager or yung nagmamanage ng inbox ng mga high-ranking officers na lahat yon meron siyang special access sa inbox nila at ang ginagawa niya, nagsusort siya ng mga email na pumapasok sa kanila. So, yung real estate company is based in Australia. Tapos, plano niya na mag-offer ng service na yon, maghahanap siya ng ibang client sa ibang bansa. Nag-try siya mag-advertise ng services niya sa US and European market, and hindi pa yun yung final offer niya. Tiningnan lang niya kung may mag-respond. Sinimulan niya sa mataas na rate, tingnan niya kung may mag-i-inquire, tapos binababa niya ng paunti-unti hanggang sa mapansin niya, ito may nagsa-start na mag-inquire sa akin, no? So, based on that, tapos chinek din niya yung mga email marketing or email management rates ng ibang freelancers dun sa US at saka sa UK market or European market. Tapos, siya din tinanong niya yung sarili niya na kung ganito kalaki yung kikitain ko, acceptable ba sa akin? Basically, it's a balancing act between what your customers are willing to pay, what is the market rate or industry rate, and what is acceptable to you. Kung medyo magkakalayo yung tatlong price na yon, ang advice ko sa inyo, sundin nyo yung preferred rate ninyo. Kung ano sa tingin nyo yung value dapat nung service nyo, yun yung sundin niyo kasi yun yung merong sense of fulfillment sa pagiging freelancer. Kasi marami kang clients pero hindi ka masaya dun sa singil mo sa kanila, maapektuhan yung quality of your work. Another strategy is to go for the highest rate among the three. Kung ano yung pinakamataas dun sa tatlo, yun yung gawin mong first offer because madali magbaba ng price, mas mahirap magtaas. So, it's a balancing act. This will take time. Step 6 is to market your product or service. You can immediately start selling given that you have your price, you have your target market, and hopefully because you know your target market, alam mo kung paano sila, kung saan sila hahanapin and how to reach them. This is where your budget surplus becomes handy because oftentimes, you'll need to spend first before you can close your first client or customer. As I mentioned earlier, may mga kilala kong freelancers talagang nagsiset up ng Facebook ad or even Google ad para makakuha ng client. May mga kailangang mag-spend ng pera para ma-boost yung profile para mas maging visible sa mga freelancing platforms. So, that's part of your marketing budget. Once you get your first client or customer, yung kita mo sa kanila, a portion of that you can allocate towards your marketing para tuloy-tuloy yung budget. Just because meron ka ng mga client or customer doesn't mean that you should stop marketing yourself. So continue your marketing efforts, your advertising efforts if you're doing ads. And continuously put budget into it from the revenue that you are getting from your current customers para hindi ka rin natatakot na pag itong client na to hindi nag-renew ng project ay wala ka na namang source of income, maghahanap ka na naman ng bagong customers, di ba? So, if you have enough clients already, you can use your marketing budget to create brand awareness instead, di ba? And para sa akin, kung talagang sagad na yung free time mo at may mga pumapasok pa rin na client, that's actually a good problem because it means you could probably hire someone, outsource some of the work to them, and before you know it, you already have 2-3 people on your team, and you probably have that opportunity to create your own agency, your own business, at probably you can already resign from your work and focus full-time on the freelancing business that you have created. Diba? So, very exciting yan if you are able to be intentional with the things that you do sa freelancing career mo. Last step is to grow your freelancing career. After your first client, the second one will be easier to find. And that is so true. Sometimes your first client, if they are happy with your service, sila na mismo yung magre-refer sa'yo ng mga kakilala nila. But continue marketing your offer, leverage on referrals, and soon enough, your freelance career will earn as much or even more than your day job. At pag dumating yan, I would say, grab the opportunity if it feels right. I know people na naghanap ng side hustle, ng freelancing gig, pero ayaw nila iwanan yung kanilang day job, and that's perfectly okay. Okay lang naman yun kasi extra income lang naman yung hinabol mo, hindi business opportunity, di ba? So if you see that there's a business opportunity within or growing in your freelance career and it feels exciting for you, then I would suggest that you explore it and see if there's really good potential there for the future. Studies reveal that a typical millionaire has around 7 income streams. 7 income streams. So how many do you have? If you have a job, you have a savings account, you have investments in stocks and mutual funds, that's already 4 sources of income. One is an active source of income, which is your job, while the other 3 are passive sources of income, your savings account, stocks, and mutual funds. Unfortunately, passive sources of income, like paper assets, cannot immediately generate a big cash flow. You need to regularly invest for many years to build a significant amount of income from interests and dividends. So, short of finding a second full-time job, freelancing provides more time flexibility while serving as a second active source of income. This can provide additional cash flow for investments, which can lead to better financial stability. Going back to the benefits of freelancing, mas masipag ka mag-freelance, mas malaki yung kinikita mo, which means mas malaki yung pwede mong savings and investment fund. So, by exploring freelancing, there's also an opportunity for you to save more money, invest more money, and eventually achieve financial independence and financial freedom. So yan yung ating steps to becoming a freelancer, to earn extra income, and I hope ay marami kayong natutunan.